Look at me over here. Look at that, huh? Touching. I gotta touch something else.
I'm gonna buy one of those soon. It's either that or the Droid DNA.
Ew.
DNA?
I'm gonna try to hold out
Do
as
not
long as
die.
I can for the Galaxy 4, but I don't know if I'm gonna make
I
it.
haven't even heard rumors about it yet.
Me neither. But I mean, last time I bought it,
There was
one
a
that came
rumor.
out in 2 months.
I know, and it's still great. That phone is amazing.
I
All the
know.
new phones that are coming out had the same specs as it, so
I'm just gonna
it
try
won't
to-
be obsolete very soon.
I got a software update. It deleted all my contacts and then like ruined the phone. It was great until yesterday.
And then just said sorry.
Yeah, like it was last night. I finally said software update, and I was like, "All right, fine, I'll fucking do it." I did it this morning. All my contacts are wiped out,
Great.
and the apps are all screwy, and it's running slower. And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, you're a jerk."
Hooray!
Never updating ever
I
again.
love technology.
Yeah.
The best.
What kind?
All
I like wet technology the most.
wet,
Yeah,
like
I said wet.
having to do with
Did
water.
you say what?
Scuba
I said
gear?
wet.
What?
Wet.
Yeah, like I like wet technology.
I just had an advertisement from T-Mobile.
Let's talk about
I
that.
already have T-Mobile.
Cute. Get us more.
Our nationwide 4G network works where and how you need it. See why our 4G is now faster and more dependable. I already
you.
have your plan that has 4G.
Reply, I know.
I know, it's pretty great. Thanks.
You're the best.
Start telling T-Mobile about your stuff.
Just painted
Hey,
the walls.
just finished my basement, put it in a secret place, and put my gun.
Just got great deals on Black Friday.
Are you talking about the ceiling?
Oh, no, I came up with a new one. See,
That one's for alcohol.
it's gonna be super secret now. We're telling 2,000 people, but like right there, you know, right to the side of the door.
Yes.
That trim is gonna open up.
The gun-shaped
And then
hole?
I'm gonna store the gun in there and then pull it out.
A lot.
Gun shingle.
He's gonna pull it out a lot.
You're talking about the rifle.
Yeah,
Okay.
No. The BB gun.
I had a dream last night and I
Thanks.
loved you.
This is what I heard. I know you said something else, but I heard last night I had a dream
And I loved you.
and I loved you. What did you really say?
I had a dream that I loved you.
You're really good in drinks.
Because this happens
No,
all the time.
it involved you, and we fell in love.
All right.
No, we were walking through a park and we found a dead body, and I was like, "Oh man, I should bring this home. This would be good for a photography thing." So I picked the body up and I brought it home, and I called you to have you come over to do a photography thing with it, and then you were too busy, and then we had to go
Oh
on vacation.
yeah. It's a
Too
dead
busy
body.
to photograph this dead body.
And then we had to go on vacation. So
You and the dead body?
Ca-
Is this weekend at Bernie's?
No, so Cassie was like, "What are we gonna do with the body? Can't just leave it here." So like, I cleaned up the body, so my fingerprints weren't on it, and then I was gonna try to call the police, and I was like gonna describe the body, but the body was gone because it was across the street because it was a zombie, and it started running after me, and then Jay and I had to hit it in the head with the shovel, but it didn't do anything.
You ever find a dead body though, I'll be there. In real life. Dreams.
I hope this is like a psychic prediction.
Yeah, I want this to be a memory, not
Yeah,
a
we're gonna
dream.
go to the reunion and everyone's gonna be dead.
Oh man, this sounds like a great zombie movie.
Sounds like pretty much every zombie movie.
I know it'd be perfect because like you go there and then like you hate everybody there because you're like the out.
Oh, and then
whatever.
you get to kill them all.
Yeah.
and then they all turn into zombies, and then you have such a blast killing all of them.
He made fun of me in gym class.
This probably has to be a comedy.
Probably has to be.
There's no
With
way it would be
Simon
good
Pegg.
if you meant it.
Welcome to Divided by Zero. The only math podcast in Michigan.
Season 4 premiere intro.
It's going to be a short hour. It's going to be the shortest hour we've ever had. We have to really go. So we're only going to do like one math equation tonight. We usually do about 7 each episode.
Yeah.
Get out your maths.
We're doing polynomials if we can figure
Got your
out how to
math
say
button
them.
square.
The highest I took is calculus, so I have more
it's
math than
fine.
all you guys.
Is a calculator still required in school when you take math?
Calculus?
The calculator.
I think it is, yeah.
You still have to get.
They
a
still make the
calculator?
TI-85s.
Everybody has phones.
They never made me get a calculator. They just supplied it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gross.
You went to a
I
fancy
had to
school.
spend the money.
Check out this contraption. You ever seen one of these?
Before we get into stories and stuff,
What stories?
We have an announcement for season 4.
Announcement.
Are we
When are
coming
we starting
out?
season 4?
Yeah, we're coming out. Divided by gay.
Divided by gay hole.
Little do you know that we're all inside of each other.
We do
I
gay
think,
math.
I think they knew that the whole time. No, we were asked to be on a podcasting network,
No,
and
thanks.
so we're on that podcasting network now.
The show is a part of BoboBroadcasting.com.
Welcome to the seedy underbelly of the podcasting world, where your worst nightmares are our wildest dreams. This show and many others are a part of the Bobo Broadcasting Network.
Prohibited in Florida. Comedy not guaranteed to be fun. Fun prohibited in Florida.
I didn't sign anything.
Wait. We're on it?
We're
Right
on
now.
it.
Right
Like-
now.
Like upon it?
We are.
It's possible
We're
that
more
you're
in it.
hearing this
They're tight, by the
because
way.
you're on it.
Yeah, we're in it.
A little dry.
We're like
but
this,
it's okay.
this deep
We're
in.
in them.
Unfortunately, Alabama and myself don't seem to count.
How's that?
If you click on our show on their page, it only links to Nick and Pierre and Tyler.
Oh, for
and,
Twitter. yeah.
and Lady Envy,
Yes.
but not myself nor Alabama.
Well, I will email them about your Twitter.
And then I don't
And
think
once Alabama gets Twitter, I'll email
Yeah,
them
not gonna do that.
Taylor never uses his Twitter.
Just make up something. Link it to somebody else, like Ethan
use
Hawke.
it.
Doesn't matter.
Ethan Hawke, Twitter.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I just don't tweet.
So anyway, it's called Bobo Broadcasting. And,
Bobo?
Bobo.
There's
You
no
never
zero
told
in
me that.
Bobo.
BoboBroadcasting.com.
You told me all about it. You just didn't tell me the name.
Oh, I
Were
didn't
you
know that
keeping
it
it from me
mattered.
because you knew
Hitting
I'd
them
say
corners
no?
and them bobos, girl.
Because it's a ridiculous name for a podcasting network.
You know I don't like bees.
I like that the art is like Microsoft Word clip art.
I had to redo the logo so when I would put it on our webpage, so it looked a little better.
It's seriously clip art.
No, they're really cool guys, though. The two guys who run the thing have a show of their own called Knights of the Clown Table.
I
And
like
so we have a bunch
show,
of
maybe.
brother and sister shows now.
So the table's the clown?
Yeah.
Is that his nose?
Yeah, it's red in the middle.
Painted
and-
white.
Yeah, yeah. It's in
They
white
eat
face.
pie.
It's very offensive.
Didn't they call clowns jesters back then?
Yep. They got everything wrong.
Uh-huh.
No, Knights of the Clown Table, Geek Revolution Radio, Surfing Aliens, Papa Ken Media, ADO Radio, Defective Geeks, She Movie Geeks, Stupid Wankers, NJ MMA News, Joker and the Thief, and Knights of the Octagon.
Is that one topic?
That's Target.com.
No, those are all the shows on our network.
Oh, I thought that was like their first
Yeah, I
topic.
thought that was like what their show's about.
Yeah.
They know it's our network, right?
That we own the thing now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, clearly.
We're obviously the best.
Oh, I think there's another one too that I forgot. Jenna Talks, I think maybe.
Is it Jenna Jameson?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
Does it matter?
For the purpose of this podcast, yes.
All right.
I also have an announcement. Due to my listing of the states that do not listen to our show, 2 states have jumped on since then.
Oh, the power you wield.
Oh, swing
Welcome,
states.
Wyoming.
Why Wyoming? Why not?
Welcome, Oregon.
Got those hipsters.
Oregon? Nothing.
Fuck off, Rhode Island, Delaware, Oklahoma, and a couple others.
What's great is I have an aunt and uncle who live in Oklahoma, and they wanted to listen to the show, so I told them the website, and then apparently they haven't.
And you can really
And we
prove
know
it.
for sure because
To be
no one
fair-
in Oklahoma has.
To be fair, those states don't have internet yet.
Wait, we don't have listeners in Oklahoma yet?
Not a single one.
I will change that by the end of by the time this show airs.
Get on it.
All right.
Weird.
How come Metallica doesn't have a Christmas album?
I thought they did.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Last night we were trying to put on Christmas music for the thing, and I was like, "Wow, it would have been great to have Metallica Christmas album." Silent Night.
Oh, Holy Night would be the best one.
Dio actually does an awesome version of Oh Holy Night.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Dude, it is awesome.
He rocks the fuck out of that.
He also does God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen.
No way.
It is fucking incredible.
Dio is amazing.
He's like, comfort and joy.
I saw him live like maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and when he's dead now, right?
Yeah,
Oh, very dead.
So
He's like
before
really
he,
dead.
before he was
Is he really
as
dead?
he is now.
Yeah, Dio's gone.
Like,
When
But
did
yeah.
he
really
die?
dead.
When Tenacious D told him to pass the torch.
He really died immediately after that.
After they
Have this
passed,
torch.
they passed a literal torch and they turned into a skeleton and then turned into dust.
I thought he was like in their movie.
Yeah, he was in the Pick of Destiny, and then I'd say maybe a year after that he died.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a year or two, something like that.
But I
From
I
that.
saw him live, and he was still incredible, even though he was in his 60s or.
How does his
70s or
nips
whatever.
look?
They were
That's
great.
very important.
I mean, they were really low on his body.
Like on his knees.
You can tell when he's gonna die and you count the rings around his nipple.
It's a lot of piercings.
I'm gonna be dead soon. Then.
You were supposed to be dead years ago, so
That's
maybe
right. Over wrong nips.
Tree nips.
All right, guys. So thanks for listening to episode.
Tell him fastest hour.
I got plenty more. We also have a new landmark, not just picking up 2 more states that we've never been listened to, but we got a legitimate email from somebody who listens to our
Walden Books.
show. Not Walden Books.
Kelsey Grammer?
From an actual person who we don't know,
one?
I
Is
presume.
it Jason
that's the
Decker in
second one,
disguise?
It is not Jason Decker.
I made up a character and I emailed us.
No, because this is the second one, because Kelsey Grammer emailed.
Yeah.
There.
The second.
Oh, right.
About
Sorry.
weird sex
This is the
stuff?
second
Yeah,
one.
butt stuff.
All but
Did you look at when this email address was created?
No.
Because if it was made like 2 days ago, then I'm calling foul.
Well, I got the email maybe, let's see, it went up right after, when was it? The season finale.
Are you sure it's
Okay.
not admin email welcome you to like Yahoo or something?
No. It is from a girl named Megan.
Ooh, it's a lady.
Did you say
It is a lady.
Megan or Megan? Pick one.
Megan.
Now.
Megan.
Megan?
No, you're saying both at the
I like-
same time. Pick
I like
one.
Judy.
Megan.
Oh, fuck that.
Megan?
Megan. Megan? Megan. Megan.
We'll just call her Megs.
Megs. Listen, Megs.
There's
Thanks for
a
the email.
girl in our high school that preferred to be called Meg Han.
That's her.
Was it Meghan Lawrence?
No,
She had no H in her name.
That's who emailed us.
not to keep bringing it up. Not to keep bringing it up to high school.
But
Really?
she enjoyed the stand-up comedy, and she also requested that we do more acting games.
Yeah.
She really liked the acting game, so
Well, which one of us is her favorite?
Can
She
we
didn't
have
say.
her on the show and we can do the crime?
That's
game?
exactly what I said when he told me about it. We should have her on the show.
I asked her, and she said it was too far of a drive, and that she wouldn't be any fun.
Don't
to talk
drive.
How far is it? I'll go
Fly
get
to.
it.
She didn't say. I didn't want to
we all show up at her house.
Let us in!
You ready to hit the road, Megs?
Where do you keep all your food?
Your favorite 5 guys are here.
You got a table and microphone set up?
Yeah, I didn't ask where she lived, but she seemed to have no interest in being on the show. She just enjoys listening.
Also, she's 11 years old.
She very well might be.
Where are your parents? We hate them.
That is our demographic, right?
Yes.
11-year-old girls that too far
Yeah, I've
away
been
from drunk.
petitioning Nickelodeon for us to put us on.
Well, now that Lucasfilm is owned by Disney, we can probably get on Nickelodeon's competitor.
Oh, speaking of, I was so disappointed today. I was watching Disney Channel with my daughter, and there was this
Spending
show called
time with your
Ant
daughter?
Farm. Yeah, it's a show called Ant Farm, and it's like about smart kids or whatever. And they had to go find a bunch of stuff in the scavenger hunt on this episode, and one of them was to get George Lucas's autograph. I was like, okay, that's just coincidental, right? And this must be really new because they had R2-D2 and C-3PO like in full costumes, and there was like a stormtrooper.
They're really playing that.
They are really cramming it in there.
Is she going to watch the series finale of iCarly tonight?
I didn't know that was tonight.
I will DVR that.
Speaking of George Lucas,
why do you know that?
I think
Gotta
one
have
of
something to
our
jerk off to.
more tenacious fans should start off a petition because earlier today I heard that 89X's morning show got fired,
Good.
and I
Yeah.
think that we should be the new morning show.
Oh, shit.
So,
When you texted me about that, I hopped on their website immediately to try and contact them. There's no contact information on the entire website except for a phone number.
I know
really?
the program director.
Well, then talk to him.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
that done.
we got to get in there. We'd be the best morning show.
No, just wait and see if he'll call us.
It'd just be this
Jay
show with a
Hudson,
bunch of
call me.
drops.
Call me, Jay.
Yeah, we can ask like really serious questions like, have you ever been on fire? And then we'll talk about how you've been on fire.
Call us in.
Call in and tell us a story about when you
Call us
almost pooped
in or some
yourself.
shit. Want to fight about it?
Do they always do New York accents? What's going on?
Yeah.
Wait, which one of us gets to be the fat guy?
If we do get it,
I'll
we
give you
promise
a-
to
I'll
give you
do
a
it.
Tyler.
I have the most experience.
I'm going to have to replace the elevator song with like fart noises.
Yeah. It'd just be this show with a bunch of sound effects and drops.
in like just random clips of girls in porn.
I mean, I already have those.
yet?
even if we got fired after a day, I'd still be fine with it.
Which was probably going to happen.
Would that make me Robin Quivers?
Yeah,
Okay.
it would.
Or would I be Gary?
I believe.
I think
I don't
Robin
know who
was just a
runs Sounds
newswoman.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Gary.
Have you ever drove your truck to a house?
Have you ever put your truck in a lake?
Check out this news story, guys.
Call us in. We'll fight about it.
That's your character.
Constant fireball.
Oh, by
It's
the
just me
way,
with cauliflower ears.
Fight you.
by now our listeners should know that we tape ahead of time, but we haven't mentioned anything about the results of the general U.S. Presidential election. So congratulations, Mitt Romney.
Yay.
New dictator.
So, you know how I've been working on the basement like every night and like
No, I didn't.
doing a lot of work on it?
How?
Like I've been working on it and like building shit, putting stuff up.
Right now, I'm standing in the middle of like garbage.
Haven't
what
got
you've
to
been
this
building?
room yet. But so I've been working on it like every night, like really hard for like 3 weeks, and Cassie hasn't said anything about it until I put up one coat of primer on the drywall, and she came downstairs and she's like, "The basement looks amazing." Primer. That took me 20 minutes to do. I've been working on here for 3 weeks. I do one 20-minute job of
There's
priming.
no appreciation for the structure of the
Yeah,
Primer does look pretty good.
What a
though.
bitch. Dumper.
yeah. Should. I will.
One of these days.
When this episode airs and she gets around to listening to it.
Just do it on air. Just do it. Let's get it done with.
Don't come home.
We have a future joke epidemic on our hands. First off, Alabama with the Morgan Freeman and Obama being elected thing. And now Elmo.
Yes.
We proved that Elmo's a pervert.
Yep.
What happened with that? I don't know what's going on.
The guy who voices Elmo,
Kevin
Clash.
something.
Clash.
Kevin Clash.
yeah, he was accused of having a gay relationship with an underage man.
Unsubstantiated.
Well, but he quit because of it.
Oh, he
That's
did
not
quit.
the only
He
one.
did. He resigned. Yeah.
He resigned because there was more than one.
Oh, I didn't hear
Didn't he work his way up to being like executive producer of Sesame
that.
Street?
I have no idea.
I think
Just
he
He
did.
does have a lot of involvement in
Just
it.
a quick side note, just so the listeners know, that wasn't like a tool to explain what it is. I really am ignorant to what was going on in the real
Anything
world.
that has to do with
I'm like,
news.
oh, go on, explain.
This Muppet fucked a kid?
Pierre, you should apply for his job.
I already did. I sent in our Elmo sex tape. The second person said he fucked me too, and it was really weird. In the article, the guy said, "Oh, at first I just thought I was a special case, but when I found out there was more than one, I thought I should say something."
What?
Elmo fucked one more boy than me.
He's just jealous. That's why he came forward.
So immediately I was like, all right, we got to set up and do stand up because now I've got topical.
Yeah, right.
I got topical set.
Topical ointment.
I already had a whole thing on it anyway. So.
Man, you got to like send in the Conan or something.
When I saw like all the news stories trickling down that he'd resigned and everything, I went online and was promoting the video that's on Peter's channel, YouTube /
I have a channel.
Rock One. Yeah, but I was clicking on the ads to make us money, and there was one that was like for Kmart toys for the holidays, and so I clicked that one, and the entire page of toys that it brought up was Elmo.
Yes.
You need to get rid of this now.
I wonder if they'll just get rid of the character altogether.
What can they do, really?
They'll just change his voice just so you know it's a different person.
Well, no, his voice
Noodle.
Originally, Elmo sounded like a gruff old New Yorker.
Yeah.
What? He was all like, "Hey, what's up? This is Elmo.
Want to fight about it?
I'm 3 years old and I have a goldfish.
the character existed before Kevin Clash came on the show, and they were like, nobody likes this fucking little red, Jew. And so
Jew. Yeah, Jew.
It's because he's Jewish.
so they kind of like stuffed him in the closet for a little while, and then when Kevin Clash
Literally.
finally signed
then he
on,
came out of the
Came out of the closet.
You want to play with Mr.
Noodle?
You know that's how he got those kids.
He brought that out and started doing what everyone knows is the Elmo voice.
Yeah.
And kids took to it, so they're like, "All right, Elmo is a character again."
Yeah, because he's had that voice as long as I can remember, because I used to watch it when I was little.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it started in late 60s, so
Yeah.
there's plenty of Sesame
He
Street.
started in 87.
87?
I think so. It was in the 80s that he started doing
Oh,
the
that
Elmo
he
thing.
started.
Yeah.
No, Sesame Street was
Right.
before that is what I was saying.
I wonder if he did the voice while he was fucking him.
I hope so.
How deep do you want it?
I wonder if he
tell your
sleep talks in
parents.
that voice.
Say what?
Don't tell your parents. That's the creepiest thing you've ever said with that voice. Don't tell your parents.
And if you tell anybody, I'm going to have Jesus cut off your mommy and daddy's penis.
Mommy and Daddy.
The woman owns the penis.
I don't know about that.
Because his is in the Lost and Found. Nobody owns it there.
Make sure you add in the the twing. I don't know about
I think
that.
you just did it.
Speaking of penises, I was at the bar the other day, and I was peeing, and some guy
Again?
Out of your penis?
No. Some guy rapidly ran into the bathroom and started splashing water all over his crotch. And I'm like, "What's going on, man?" And
You
he's
asked him?
Like, yeah, he's
Leave
like,
him alone.
he's like, shh.
You can't just let that go.
He's like, "My girl's giving me a blowjob in the parking lot. She threw up all over my pants."
White guy problems, right?
It was funny.
That's amazing.
So what kind of advice did you give him? Oh, shit, man. I know.
Did you ask him if he finished?
Yeah, did you come?
Did you throw up too?
What did she throw up on exactly?
Yeah. When I was driving over here, I had to pass where they do the driver's test things in a parking lot, and I always you always see like all the cones. Every cone was knocked over, like all 15 of them, and there was just a car sitting alone at the other end of the parking lot.
I remember one time I was driving home from work when we were in high school, and all these cones from construction blew all over the road. It was my favorite time driving because I'm like driving in and out of all these down Middlebelt Road, like all
Car
weaving in and out.
Can't hit them.
There was like nobody else on the road at all. It was awesome.
What were you going to say, Chris?
Which time?
It sounds like you got cut off about 30 seconds ago.
I forget.
I forget.
18 seconds ago.
Boring. We're just practicing for our morning radio show.
God, I hope it happens.
I I am playing with a butt plug.
That's where it is.
He is practicing.
We'll have a budget for the show at that point. We can buy all the sex toys.
Yeah, be ruby studded.
A budget, a butt,
Budget.
butt,
That is a very strange.
That's a stretch.
budget. Boy. I slowed that one down.
Well, yeah, it's longer.
A toothless woman called me lazy today. I'm not kidding.
Oh, were you being lazy?
Does it matter? She doesn't have teeth because she's more lazy than me.
Hey, you don't know that.
You're like,
What if she got punched in the mouth by Bobby Brown?
I'll ask her.
You'd be just like, I floss twice a week.
That's more than almost everybody.
I don't get it.
I haven't flossed in years.
I heard that flossing is more important than brushing.
I've heard that too, but I don't understand how.
I don't do it. I'm just saying that's what I heard.
I still have all my
I heard that you did do it once.
I did do it once.
See?
But it makes my teeth bleed. I don't like it.
It makes
Your teeth don't bleed. You don't have blood in your teeth.
it doesn't make my gums bleed, but it always makes my teeth feel loose. Like I can actually push on them and feel them move.
Yeah.
ever
It's
so
like, oh
slightly.
no.
Yeah, but
this
then
is making it worse.
you can form your teeth however you want to look.
Only,
It's
Yeah, I had-
rearrangeable.
I
like
had
Mr.
braces
Potato
before.
Head.
there's pretty much only one tooth. This one right here bleeds.
Well, just
How
don't
does
do
your
that one.
tooth bleed?
I don't know when I floss, then it bleeds.
He cuts it when he's shaving.
I have.
Wait, are you drilling?
I have
your
gingivitis.
teeth?
there's
Are you using a drill to floss?
He's using faster.
Right down to the root.
I realized the other day that in my head, I have this fantasy of soup, and I'll never fulfill it.
What style soup?
Because when I think of soup,
tomato bisque. I know it is.
when I think
way
of
it
soup in my head, it's this warm, healing, like delicious, beautiful thing.
never
That's
that
how I
good.
think of vagina.
And I've never had that.
Vagina?
That soup. I've never had that soup that was like so good. That was just like, this is soup.
This soup tastes like a vagina.
It's a good thing you already broke up with Cassie.
Because if you hadn't, you just did.
I don't know. I think I have that pretty often. Like anytime I have a homemade soup or like something from a decent restaurant. Like out of a can, soup. Is
No, I mean,
awful.
I've had good soup, but just it's never as good as I think it is.
That is
in my
fantasy
head.
soup.
Have you ever had the Italian wedding soup at Eastside Mario's?
I have.
I have not.
Try it. That might change your mind.
All right.
You make your
I don't
poop.
think I've had Italian wedding soup because it doesn't sound like soup.
Oh,
Sounds
it's good.
It says it's soup in the name.
It's a vagina. You have to marry it.
Marinade.
You have to marinate it.
I thought that's what the opposite of what you do when you get a vagina. Blah, blah, blah.
Not a sentence.
You want to say that joke? Making no sense. Should we bring up that we're going to our class reunion in about an hour?
Nah, no.
Yeah.
It's not like our listeners are going to go.
They
It's
know.
not like our classmates are going to go.
Yeah, only like 40 people confirm or something.
And I'm really
Yeah.
sorry to all
Us.
our listeners because we really wanted to do a live recording from the high school reunion, but it didn't work out. 'cause
They kept changing the fucking location.
now we're going to a club or something.
Is anybody paying?
Hell no.
How, could they have the sidebar designated for us?
Yeah,
So-
I'll go to the regular bar.
The bar is open to the public.
Not that one section. The sidebar is just for us.
When I was talking to Kevin on Wednesday, he said that only 16 people had prepaid.
Well, yeah.
And half of those 16 were plus ones. So really
Yes.
it was like 9 people.
There's only 8 people we know who are coming.
I mean,
Everyone's
if
going to
they're-
pay at the door.
that makes me
Right.
feel a little bit better about the intelligence of our school. At least everyone's not paid.
does.
Those 16 people are going to be in the
Go to a public
sidebar, and
place.
everyone else is going to be in the regular area.
having a good time. The actual class reunions and be like,
Eating spinach. What is it? Spinach dip and cheese?
It's
or
kind of like
Yeah.
selling tickets to go to the park.
something? Yeah, but we got the best slide. We got the swirly slide. And that's it.
it's a little rusty.
I can't wait to leave early.
Yeah.
Oh, if you guys want,
I'm going to try to get
this is,
naked
never mind. This
at
is
the bar.
You can do that immediately.
Yeah.
Balls out.
I mean, unless your clothes are stuck on you some way that you need help.
Scott and I went up to the gas station like a week ago.
Did he try and burn it down?
Huh?
Did he try and burn it down?
No, actually, it was the same gas station. And we walked in and we were purchasing pops, and
Sodas.
this guy,
Coke.
like this kid, just came in on his bike, walked up to
Into
the
the store?
Yeah.
On his bike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Went up to the counter and put down like $10, and the gas station attendant handed him 2 cigarettes, and he's like, "All right, see you, man." I'm like, really? You just sold drugs right in front of me? Like, I thought it was more mysterious than this.
No.
So if anyone listening needs drugs in the Westland, Michigan area,
Yeah.
Go to the Speedway at.
It was a BP at Wayne and Palmer.
There you go.
just hand the
There's
guy
nowhere
$10.
near
You got to show up on a bike.
Yeah, bring your bike so he knows what you're asking for. Oh, that explains why. Oh.
Chris just had some like epiphany.
And it was funny because Scott's like, "Man, it wasn't drugs. Like nobody sells 2 cigarettes for $10."
Really good cigarettes.
They do. They call them spliffs. Now, what was the Scott story about burning down the gas station again?
He went
sort
in
of
there
remember it, but I
and they
don't.
were closed or something, and he got mad, so he lit something on fire and threw it in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Love Scott.
Supposedly.
Every adult's reaction to disappointment. I'm gonna light something on fire.
I think he told me later that he like left the lighter there and then turned back and went back to the gas station to go get it because he was afraid of it being evidence.
That sounds about right.
Or he's just adding to the nonsense story.
That's great. Well, we're halfway through this one. At work, I see kind of the same people over and over again when I go into places. So I get kind of a repertoire with them. Like, I know the ones I can joke around with, and other ones I just say hi to and move on.
The ones you slept with.
Yeah. All the ones I'm impregnated, all the ones I've got STDs from, all the ones I've given STDs to.
Hey,
But there's this girl at One Stop who, we joke around quite a bit. And,
yeah?
like, she said shit in front of me once, and she was like,
oh my God. You sound like a 9-year-old right now.
no, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, do not worry.
It's okay, bitch. I say fuck all the time.
It's okay. Cut.
So she was like training a new girl at the front desk, and when I went up there to get a signature on our slip, and so I give her the slip, and she turns to the new girl and says, "Oh yeah, this is where I sign my life away," because that's a joke I use a lot because it makes people laugh. Like, here you go, just need to sign your life away,
One of your life bits.
or yeah, life bet, or here, sign here to give away your first child, and
I can't
So-
have children.
I have a barren womb.
You get that one day.
I can't wait to encounter that. Because then, no condoms. That's a
When
good
people say barren womb, I think of like royalty, like a landowning baron.
Barren womb.
That's a very important womb.
So she recalled the signing away the firstborn joke to this girl being trained, and I said, "Well, that's a lot of firstborn. You sign these things every week." She's like, "Yeah, tell me about it." And she asked what I did with all of them.
I masturbate
So
on
I
them
said,
later.
Well, a man's got to eat. The trainee did not laugh.
Do I laugh?
And then when I saw her again this week, stone face.
You're sick.
Trainee. I don't think she likes me.
There's a man who doesn't eat babies but joked about it.
Signer girl.
I would say they're approximately the same age, somewhere between 26 and 30.
It reminds me of that.
And she's that tight ass?
Yes.
Wow.
She'd never been fucked in it.
It reminds me of that Mike Birbiglia joke where he was moving a bed into his apartment, and she was like, "Oh, I'm not worried that you left the door open because a rapist wouldn't have a bed like that." And he's like, "What I should have said was nothing, but what I did say would be, you'd be surprised."
Did I ever tell you guys the story about the guy who threatened to shoot up me and the Starbucks I used to work at?
No.
So we were training 2 new girls, and this guy, Jurassic Park.
You should let that go on while the story is being told.
I
have a
can't turn the
T-Rex.
ringer back on.
But this dude just picked the wrong day to try to be an asshole, and I wasn't having it. So he rolls up to the window, and there's these two brand new girls who are like trying to learn all the best customer service practices.
Ugh.
And this guy rolls up, and he's just being a fucking ass. And he sent his drink back because, give me one that doesn't have shit on the outside of it, because there's like a little bit of caramel outside of his cup.
Yuck.
So I'm like, I'm not going to get into it with this guy. I'm not going to give anyone else the chance to mess this up. So I take the drink back myself, throw it away, make a brand new one, make sure there's nothing on the outside of the cup. So I go to hand it back out to this guy. And he's like, what the fuck took so long? And I'm like, wrong answer, buddy. So I said, you want to know what the fuck took so long? You want one that doesn't have shit on the outside of it. Well, here you go. Take it. And he blew up. He's like, who do you think you're talking to? You're going to get yourself hurt. I'm going to come back and shoot you and this entire store.
That's assault.
I said, you don't scare me. You have no idea who I am or where I'm from. So the guy's like, where the fuck are you from? And I'm like, Detroit. And he stopped. That was the end of the conversation.
I win this.
Yeah.
But he's screaming so loud, and I'm screaming right back at this guy. So not only is like the entire restaurant area of the Starbucks like stop drinking and like staring at the drive-through window, but these two girls that are training like are just all the blood drained from their face.
Quit.
They're legitimately afraid that this guy's going to roll back through the drive-thru with like automatic AK-47s.
Shoot holes through the entire restaurant.
What can I get for you today?
And I'm like, you don't know who you're talking to, man.
The invoking Detroit as where you're from, like, strikes fear into a lot of people.
It does.
This guy I used to work with, when he went to like visit a friend in Alabama or something, and he was at the bar with his friend just like bullshitting, and they were talking to this other guy, and it came up where he was from, and he said Detroit, and he said he got treated differently the entire night after that.
For new listeners, I should point out that the Starbucks that I worked in was located in Santa Ana, California. So it's not like I was in just another Michigan city yelling people
Yeah.
like, I'm from Detroit.
A lot of Californians feel weird about Detroit. Like when I go to Comic-Con and I'm dressed up or whatever, a lot of people ask me about my costume and like where I flew in from. I say Detroit. And they immediately stop talking to me and just start doing some other thing.
Because they think you have a gun somewhere.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me because on the ship we had to have our name tags, and underneath it, it had said where we're from, and mine always said Detroit, Michigan, because I just pick whatever.
It's the only major city anyone's ever heard of.
Yeah, and it's like I got treated
You
differently
could
so
say
much.
Flint, but that wouldn't be much better.
Flint is worse. Man.
Like they look at me like I'm a veteran, like I somehow survived and got out.
Wait, but
Where are your bullet hole wounds?
I know, I did get asked that a lot. Have you ever been shot? And I'm like, no.
Never even shot at.
No, but I've had 3 guns pointed at me out of anger.
Yeah, didn't someone like try to rob a CVS you used to work at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most
angry?
most of the guns that have been pointing at me were probably police officers.
Oh yeah, if you count that, we had like 8 guns
Oh, yeah.
pointed at us
Police
at one
officers
time.
and somebody legitimately trying to rob my CVS store.
When me and Alabama got arrested in our teen days, we unbeknownst we were just trying to throw water balloons at people.
Yeah.
And
like
so this
normal
guy
kids.
who fills the whatever those newspaper vending containers are called.
Okay.
We see him on the side of the road, and we're like, "Oh hell yeah, let's go water balloon this guy." It's probably like mid-October, kind of chilly, dark. It's what, like 3:34 in the morning. when
Very
the
late.
laws
Perfect
of
time
news
to be
start.
a dick.
So we pull over the car, get out, and we're like sneaking along the side of
We
this
have Halloween
building.
masks on too.
Yes. Sneaking along the side of this building as to not give away our intentions before we come up on this guy. So finally we get to the corner and we're like, all right, ready? 3, 2, 1. And we run out in front of the store. Gone. He finished filling the thing up and left. And we're like, well, what the
Wasted effort.
You know, depressed and upset that we missed our target, we kind of like slump our heads down and go back to the car. And we're like, oh, well, that sucks. The dude who was driving starts the car back up, literally pulls onto the street 4 cop cars. Woo, woo! Turns out that the building that we were sneaking around with Halloween masks was a gun store.
Good choice.
And so there was a cop who just happened to be like kitty corner from that store watching.
nice.
And he just sees a bunch of people with masks and flashlights around a gun store. And so he just radioed in like, hey, I'm going to need a lot of backup on this. Here we all are like 17 years old.
Great.
They really wanted us to be like these accomplished criminals or whatever, and they asked us all these questions indicative of us being mobsters and shit.
I'm just.
They arrested us, brought us into the station, and questioned all of us separately about like other possible criminal activities. And all they could find, like the worst thing, was me peeing on the side of a corner because we videotaped this whole interaction.
The best part is how we got out of that, though.
How'd you get out?
So normally that would be like a public indecency or a public urination charge.
Yeah.
But every single person, separated from one another, were like, no, he's just squeezing a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah, we all seemed to know what the lie should be and just said it.
Everyone was on the
Gatorade.
same page. So the cops
great.
were like, I guess it's true. They all said it and they were all
The
separated.
very worst thing on the entire tape was Brandon Porter burning a $1 bill.
That's what they were the most upset about.
But
illegal.
he put the $1 bill out later and showed it to them. It was like a little bit crisp. It's like, no, see, it's fine. I can still spend it. And nothing happened. They just had to let us go later.
When you initially got stopped, the scene I imagined was the cops roll up, they point the leads on you and say, drop your weapons, and everyone just drops the balloons. They explode at your feet.
They got out, did the like hide behind the door thing. So all 4 cars have their doors butterflied, and then you have like the one cop with the regular service pistol, and the other one with the fucking shotgun.
Oh, right
like,
here.
cocked behind the door. And we're all just like, what the fuck did we do?
Finally, some
Officer
action.
explained to us that we could have been legally shot, and it would have been they would have been okay.
It would have been really funny if they said, drop your weapons. He's like, you told me to put my hands up.
I can't drop my arms.
I don't know if I already told this, but this guy I work with, his brother went in for a job interview, and he was answering all the questions, and the guy ran through the whole thing, and he was like doing really well. And at the end, he's like, all right, do you understand you can't have any drugs, alcohol, or firearms in here? And the kid looked at him dead in the eye and just goes, lifts his arms up in the flex and goes, what do you want me to do with these then?
Did he get the job?
No. The guy just stared at him, and then it just continued.
I would have
and then
hired
never called him.
on the spot.
Manager, go.
You get a raise.
At the party that we had here a couple weeks ago, like it was getting late into the night and everybody was playing beer pong, and so I put on the 90s mix.
It's the best mix.
And so like when I just started doing this kind of experiment where I'd let the song play for like 20 seconds until like the beat started really going and the chorus got in. And as soon as they did, I'd change the song real quick, and everybody at the party would be like, oh man. And when I change it to another song that they love,
Everybody loves all of them.
and so they'd be like, all right.
Here it
And as soon
comes.
as the chorus comes
That's
out,
my favorite part.
change and like, oh. And I did this for like 120 songs, and without fail, everybody was like, oh. All right. Oh, all right. Like all night.
Dance. Dance. I wish there was a way that I could. What do you want? You want me to try and segue? Because it's not going to happen.
No,
That reminds me of this story.
it's
Part
just-
is, I bet you listeners feel like we edit the show because there's really awkward like transitions. And it's like,
it's
no,
like, I was at the mall.
The ball?
I wish there was a way that I could convey to store greeters how much I despise their existence.
They're
Oh, there
old.
it
Leave
is.
them alone.
Well, I just walk by, don't make eye contact, and don't respond to the greeting.
Why not?
Is there a better way?
yeah.
Which is
You walk in, glaring at them, and when they start talking, put one finger to your lips and the middle finger right up at them.
No, you put the finger over their mouth.
shut up. Backwards middle finger over their lips.
I wouldn't want to touch any of them.
That's why I go in everywhere with headphones on.
Well, I
I'm
do
not
that-
listening to anything. I just have just
that
headphones.
doesn't portray the message.
I do that too, and I still get the You know,
I don't.
You
People
can
don't
pretend
talk
to be
to
on the phone and be like, some dickhead greeter is trying to talk to me. Yeah, he's a bitch.
I used to pull that one on buses all the time. When I was riding public transit out in California.
sounds pleasurable.
Anytime someone called, I was like, yes, here's my chance. I'd be like, no, I can't hear you because some fucking, insert racist name here has got 11 babies and they're all screaming.
Just a way to be passive aggressive.
Yeah.
All right, so I should be either overtly aggressive or passive aggressive instead of apathetic.
Either way, just stop ignoring them and start showing your emotions.
Yeah, I almost never get
You're a
greeted.
human.
I get annoyed because a lot of times I go in and I see them, like at Meijer, they say hi to the old person that walks in, then I walk in and they ignore me.
Well, I'm more approachable than you are.
I know. When I was in Ann Arbor once, this girl was going around handing out flyers for Ben & Jerry's ice cream store, and me and Mike were just sitting there, and we purposely sat down to see if she would approach us. She went around us and gave flyers to everyone and then walked away, and we saw her later on the other side of the street, and she was going to cross and pass us. She went down the street instead and wouldn't cross.
You're intimidating.
I guess.
All those weights you lift.
It's because you're
Oh,
black.
yeah. Well, I see, I'm black and I have muscle.
Yeah. Well, most
Black
of them
and
do.
French, which is the weirdest kind of French.
It's really common, actually.
I think it's impossible.
You don't wear
It's
that as a
not.
badge of honor?
I don't have any badges.
Being black and French.
Yeah.
We don't have that as a
Guy Ritchie films.
Oh, Madonna.
That's a movie?
It is now. Evita?
Interesting tip. That's where the word frack came from.
Oh.
French and black.
Frack.
Have you guys ever slept at work?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, I take it back. Yes, I have.
Yep.
Yeah, because we were talking about this a few days ago, and Chris and Jim were telling me their stories. I slept at work when I was a busboy. I slept in dry storage whenever it was like slow on Sunday or something. But I haven't done it recently. But Jim said that he works for
Okay, so he works for Biche.
No, not beige. Beige.
Let me talk about that story later.
I know why it's funny.
Like he said that he like goes into the changing rooms at work, so just sleeps for like 2 or 3 hours.
How is he not missed?
I don't know. Like, how do you get away with that?
If you could just be away for 2 or 3 hours at a time, then your job doesn't matter and you should be fired.
And then my brother said that he at this old job that he used to work at, like this architecture company, like he used to go into the private bathrooms.
Are they called
Beep. No, they're out of business now.
So we can say.
Yeah, he'd just go whenever he was feeling like hungover or something. Then he'd just go in the bathroom and sleep on the floor.
I'm too drunk to work.
When you work in people's houses, you should sleep in their beds.
That would be the most.
This
for
bed
some
is
reason,
too hard.
For some reason, I sleep in their bathroom floor.
Eat all their porridge.
Is porridge be code for children?
Yeah, sure. Eat all those babies.
I think the only time I've ever legitimately slept.
Slaped.
Sleep. That's past tense.
Past tense, yeah. I just forfeited my lunch and slept in my truck.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I've never slept on the clock.
well, I get paid for my lunch, but
You?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God, I slept the most. When I worked at this place my mom worked at, they had me take all these files over to a storage facility, and it would take them a really, really long time to do this job, and I could do it in an hour. So then for the next 3 hours, I would sleep on the shelf in the storage unit.
I take it back.
It's nice.
I have been paid or slept on the clock.
When you were fucking that chick.
No, I did a sleep study once.
Ooh.
I always wanted to do one of those.
I do too.
It is
it like?
really hard. You would hate it.
I know.
How do you study while sleeping?
You get like these little contact lenses,
Little ones?
little ones, and they like shoot books into your eyes.
Yeah.
So you're reading.
Is it a different book in each eye?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's tough.
Left book, right book?
One
this
is
the new
like Dr.
Facebook?
Seuss,
Yeah.
and the other one is Shel Silverstein.
Oh, I hate that guy.
They are the loudest.
I thought you were going to say
When did you
Schindler's
sleep
List,
at
by
work?
the way.
I slept when I clocked out for lunch and then slept on the nearby break room couch. Or sometimes in the morning during my morning break, if I'm still a little groggy, get a good 15 minutes in.
If you've ever slept at work, call in at 1-800-550.
If you're sleeping at work,
We'll talk about it on the thing.
on the thing.
There's no zero in sleep.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we're going to fight about it.
There's no zero in
Call in, we'll fight about it.
Gotta practice.
I forgot that was my new voice.
Legitimately, though, we have a show Twitter account now, so you can get us that.
No one wants that.
DB0_podcast.
So if you like subscribing to things that you're already going to read because you're probably subscribed to either Nick or myself,
Yes.
then you can subscribe to that one.
If
and
you love
read
redundancy,
reposts.
if you work for the government, follow us on Twitter.
I tried doing the Battlestar Galactica challenge.
Yeah.
And?
Did one episode
And
2 weeks ago.
Well, it's okay. This is the first episode of.
I know, but I was like, Tyler was. Sorry, I keep saying it right. Taylor kept saying.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor kept
Jonathan
saying.
Taylor Thomas kept saying.
Oh, just watch one episode
Taylor Moore.
per episode, and I was like, no, man, I'm gonna watch like 3 or 4. I got a whole week. And I, it's been 2 weeks. I've watched the first episode.
Taylor Marin.
You've watched one episode of Battlestar, and I found the
Yes.
new series that Sci-Fi is making on YouTube called Blood and Chrome, and watched all that.
Is it better than Battlestar? Should I stop and watch it?
No, it's like a prequel to the Battlestar that we know and love.
I finally found out
I
what
don't.
The Watch is about.
What is
Time?
the watch about?
It actually is about aliens.
Oh, yeah.
The movie?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You don't remember that from the trailer?
Well, the first trailer had alien stuff.
Yeah.
Then they recut the trailer and cut all of it out and made it just about oh, these nerdy guys are on the neighborhood watch. And I'm like, wait, did test audiences not like the alien stuff, so they just cut it all out?
I noticed that with Argo. I saw it advertised a couple different places, and once it looked really serious and dramatic. And then there, I saw another one calling it one of the best comedies of the year.
What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was about aliens.
I think a lot of people.
Yeah, they cut out all the alien stuff out of Argo.
A lot of directors do that when their horror movies are not scary; they're just stupid.
This
people,
isn't
they
even
change,
horror.
but they change it to comedies afterwards. Yeah, it's comedy horror.
yeah, it's a true story too. That's
Evil
weird.
Dead.
I don't even know what kind of story it is.
Yeah, comedies can't be true.
It's all very objective.
Because
I-
real life sucks.
I seen Seeking Your Friend for the End of the World.
I loved it.
I thought it was pretty good, but I also thought it was kind of a miss because the idea for that movie is so great and for comedy purposes, and I feel like it wasn't funny as it could have been.
Well,
if somebody else did
Steve
it better.
Carell's kind of annoying.
TJ Miller was funny in it.
Yeah. Keira
I
Knightley
mean-
would never bone a dude like that.
Yeah.
Hoochie Bone.
I mean, I guess I really
Steve
didn't
Carell.
give it a good shot because I was working on the basement when I was watching it. So
I liked it a
didn't
lot.
like the screen very much, but
And the ending scene I thought was brilliantly done.
Well, I think you said yourself it's your crippling sense of loneliness that made you identify with it.
I did say that. Look at them laughing at my tears.
so I was in the Meijer the other day, and this lady walked by and she looked at my clothes and I was wearing my normal paint clothes. You know, they're pretty painty. And she
I don't
looked
like
at
this, Tyler.
and she looked at me up and down.
It's Taylor
and she
Moore.
gave
Up
me
and down.
the dirtiest look until she realized I was looking at her, and then she gave me the fakest smile. And I was like, "That's a fake smile." And she just looked at her, put her head down, and walked away.
Is that your Taylor voice?
No,
I want-
this is
bring
my-
back your Tyler voice.
No, this is like I'm the crazy guy on the show in the morning. Wow!
You're the worst one at that.
I'll be the gator.
Hey guys,
That's already a Detroit radio personality. Doesn't even cater.
What?
yeah,
Does it sound like
From
that?
David Cross.
It is.
Gator
he's
in
a
the
fat
douche.
guy.
Yeah, it is a fat guy. Isn't he Anderson? I think is
Yeah.
his name.
I think Gator in the douche is from Parks and
Scott
Rec.
the Gator Anderson.
Yeah, Gator Anderson.
Oh, yeah, you're probably
Nick
right.
Kroll plays the douche in Parks and Rec on their morning show. Now, Masters with the weather.
Hey guys, it's finally snowing here in beautiful Detroit, Michigan.
We got some free tickets to give away.
Call in. We'll fight about it.
If we're gonna do this, we need a girl who is definitely unattractive but can play up how sexy her voice can sound.
I can do it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Hey.
Have you accidentally ever killed a stripper? Call in at 1-800 divided by 0. We'll fight about it.
Can you think of anyone who fits that bill?
An ugly girl with a sexy voice?
Yeah.
There's a fat girl in Milford.
Like that we know.
This is Michigan and 60% of women are fat.
One fat girl in Vim Milford. One fat girl in all of Milford.
That's the Taco
So
Bell.
if you're listening, you're in Milford. We're talking about you.
She works at Taco Bell, and every time I'd go there, she sounded really hot. And then I get to the window, and she was really fat. And it happened 3 days in a row.
Please join our cast, Milford Taco Bell Girl.
We want you because you're huge.
Doesn't that happen a lot in radio? Like, they always have, like, the sexy girl voice, but she's
yeah.
always nasty.
Yeah. What's that one? Holly something from 89X.
Yeah, she looks like a
know her as
Skeletor.
Holly, yeah.
She's real gross looking.
Well, the one from the Dave and Chuck the Freak Show that we're trying to take over was Lisa Way, and she was horrifying looking.
Ann Carlini from 101.
You looked at her, you were like, ah!
Ann Carlini from Riff. Not a good looking girl.
They're the Drew and Mike, the morning show. That the female, I forget her name.
Trish.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, she used to come into Ace all the time, and she actually was not offensive to look at.
Not offensive.
I would give her a 6. So
Tolerable.
not horrifying, and if I was drunk, I'd probably fuck her. Because when I'm drinking,
You're married.
I know, but when I'm drinking, I get free passes because I say so.
I like the rules in your marriage.
So we're going to our high school reunion tonight.
Anyone
we're
you're
drinking.
hoping to reconnect with?
Who's coming?
Uh,
Yes,
Okay.
all of them.
If
I'll let
Jason
you bang
Harris
me.
is there, I'm going to fuck up.
Megan Lawrence.
All of them. If they have holes,
Jeremy Brady.
I don't.
I thought there was a football
remember
player.
him.
Yeah, he has a hole. Or two.
This girl came to my door the other day for a survey for Consumers Energy. And
You get a lot of these.
I know, all the
Yeah.
time.
Quite a bit.
I signed you up for a while.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm actually eating dinner right now." And she's like, "Are you really
You told this story.
You told the story.
on the podcast?"
Yes.
Now keep going.
No
It's
way.
funny.
Absolutely, you did.
Tell it again.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I
called you
told.
out.
I know. I told you guys
And
when
she
we were
said,
drinking one
and
night.
she said, "Prove it."
"Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you
Yes.
know the story. It doesn't mean he said it on
No,
the
I remember editing this.
you do."
Yes.
Fuck.
Just change the ending. Just pretend it's a different one.
Yeah, remix
Why would
it.
I put it on the?
Wait, that was last season. You can tell it again.
Yeah, just remix it.
That was all of 2 weeks ago.
Instead of being a chick, just make it a black dude.
Yeah, you stabbed him to death.
I swear to God, I remember telling you guys this story.
Oh no, you
at a
brought him
party.
in and fed him dinner.
And then washed his feet and sent him on his way.
And Aaron
like
Bastards for
Jesus.
traffic.
275 is really backing up.
What if they played Jurassic Park during the traffic?
Watch that construction between Ford and Plymouth.
We got Kid Rock on the show tonight. Call in if you have any questions.
Caller number 0.
We'll be right back with some more ACDC.
We better get this job.
This is our audition tape.
We better get this job.
I was just making fun of them. The whole show was making
We
fun
did
of
that
Morgan
with the
Radio.
network we're on at the top of the show. Why not? Oh no, I'm getting called from some number I don't.
Those are our
recognize.
drops.
I hope it wasn't my employee trying to get a hold of me because he just called me for some reason.
I want to get a call.
No, he's calling Nick.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
What?
It's almost reunion time.
Almost. We're not done with the show yet.
I am.
And
I got some gay stuff I want to talk about.
Gay stuff.
I have gay questions.
Oh, okay.
Get to it.
Nicholas!
Is it gay if you have
Gay
sex
time.
in the pool?
Play the gay jingle.
Oh, here it is.
All right. Is that what?
The
Oh,
gay
it's playing
jingle.
the gay jingle.
Gay.
Oh,
It's
okay.
really hot.
Okay. What's the gay jingle? I can't wait to hear it. All right, so let's see. What do I got here? Oh, do like gay women? You know, I know.
Yes, they do kiss.
Yes, whatever it is. Hold on. Are you gonna go over all the bits you did last season?
I did this last season too.
You're talking
I
about
thought I have more ones.
gay women liking women that aren't girly.
No, yeah, and I was gonna rehash that, but then I was gonna say, why? Because don't you look for attraction because of like for fertility and like strength? Like, is that what?
Are you saying it's against nature?
No, I'm saying is that what inherent like in their instinct? Is that what they're looking for? Is this like crossed wires? Like are like effeminate gay men?
Yeah, does
looking-
a gay woman want another woman with like childbearing hips and
Yeah,
big
yeah.
bosoms?
Tyler, give me the shovel.
And like, do like effeminate gay men look for like strong men? Is that like how that normally goes?
I don't know. I'm not any of those.
You're definitely not strong or
I'm looking
feminine.
right at you.
Like right into his eyes.
Okay.
Do you feel like you're attracted to like muscle-bound men who have lots of semen?
Are you into twinks or bears?
Yes. Anything with a hole. I think I
Twonks.
said that earlier.
Oh, and do women look at gay men porn the same way that men look at gay women porn?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's
Yes.
true.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I've heard that.
Okay.
I love it.
I think it's the same reason guys like lesbian porn because there's nothing there you don't want to see.
That's not true.
There's some things there I don't want to see,
Like,
big bushes,
well,
Or like bad camera angles.
hangly
that actually
lips.
It really bothers me when there's like bad camera work in porn. I'm like, this.
I can't jerk off to a low angle.
Exactly.
Never jerk off
Oh,
to
the
a low
lighting is
lighting's all
awful.
wrong.
All I can see is this guy's asshole.
It's got to be shot through a mirror. I can't even.
There's no good scene transitions. They should throw some Star Wars swipes.
Beautiful
in there.
cinematography in this.
I feel like you guys are all making fun of me right now.
No, we're just making fun.
I'm very serious. It throws me out of it when I'm watching porn and there's bad camera work.
All right, and then
accents.
Opposite question: do gay people look up straight porn the same way that straight people look up gay porn?
Like, ew, let's just see what it looks like. Ew,
Oh my
look.
God, he's in that Virginia.
And then also, I learned that anal's not very popular in the gay community.
I learned
What?
that too.
Yeah, I heard probably from the same episode.
Talk about like with
Hurts
women.
too much.
No, with gay men.
gay men.
Hurts way too
Every
much.
gay dude I know is all about getting banged in the butt.
I heard from a gay man,
Yeah, from
That-
one.
huh,
From one.
that knows a lot of other gay people because he's a gay.
And it is mostly oral, he says.
Yeah, mostly oral.
It's
He's
the
like-
AIDS.
I think his percentage was 60-40. 60% just oral, and then 40% was
Should only
into
put
the anal
40%
stuff.
in
Was
anyway.
butt banging.
He himself was a bottom, he said.
Yeah.
So he enjoys
Bottom
it,
butt.
Yes.
but he can't find anyone else who does.
No, he knows about 60% of gay people.
That do like it in the butt.
Well, do not like. I'm sorry. Do not agree with him. I don't know how to put this.
In the
Well,
butt.
I'm just gonna put it right in his butt.
I have
Butt
nothing
stuff.
to add to this.
Well, I think more than 60% of people don't agree with him and his choices.
Well, we need to do a survey then.
All right.
I don't think we're gonna be able to pull that off.
If you're in the
Nobody
butt
responds
stuff,
to shit.
call us at 1-800.
Megs, what do you think about this? Right back.
Megs, let us know. Come on. We've already broken the ice. We mailed back and forth.
Give us your anal opinion.
I feel like we had a good repertoire.
She probably doesn't listen anymore.
Twice this episode.
now,
I said repertoire?
now that we're like,
used it
can we come
wrong
to your
this time.
house? I don't know. I think
Any more gay things?
Gay
Any more
thing.
questions? You got everything?
I ate a sausage.
You understand gay
A
now?
real sausage.
No.
I'm learning.
Topher.
It is a learning
It was,
curve.
it was in this pasta.
I heard a rumor actually about tofu that it is
Who's
worse.
that?
It is like just as processed as like McDonald's food is, the tofu we can get in the States. And it really offers the same amount of nutritional value as something like a McDonald's does.
So it depends on what you're going with. And now anyone who hasn't stopped listening to the show is going to tune out right now. So soy in general is one of the most ridiculously overused and overprocessed plants that exist. Next to corn, it's like the U.S. agriculture base. If you don't go with genetic modified organisms like the stuff that your study was talking about, then yes, all of that holds true. But pretty much anywhere you go that's going to be stocking foods that I'm interested in isn't serving modified, no nutritional content tofu products.
All right.
I found out last night who wrote Locomotion. Like, dude,
Like, come on, baby, do Locomotion.
And I found out that it was Grand Funk Railroad. And I was like, oh, I didn't know it was a pun. I like it even less.
Now I don't like that song.
I don't like songs based on puns.
They're a Detroit band. Grand Funk.
It's awesome.
They're from the Dude.
Cool.
Great job.
Next on Divided by Zero.
Well, next week
Got 8 in a row for you.
we have like a whole series of special episodes. Next week is supposedly all of our girlfriends / wives.
That's not gonna happen.
Then we're going to have Ghost
Not on
Hunters. Then
Well, maybe we'll do it
Rehab
another day.
Beers.
Beers. Get beers, Piers.
Pierced?
Yeah, get
Beers? Beers?
Cheers.
Beers?
Locomotion.
Locomotion with me.
Me.
Thanks for listening.
That's it.
What are we ending the season with?
I thought we were
We're
doing
doing poems.
I thought we were
more.
doing Jack Handy's.
That is a form of poetry.
Oh, yeah.
And it's possible that we'll do that.
Yeah, that's what I
We don't know yet.
We didn't decide.
We never do.
I didn't make it all the way through the Power Hour.
The only thing I don't like about that is that we didn't write any of those.
Did you not hear the haiku?
I skipped to the end so I could hear the haiku.
Okay.
But I gave up on it real quick.
All right, so we'll start next week.
So tonight we're gonna go out with the game music.
The game music.
The game music.
I think it's just that Sandstorm song.
Can it be the song that they play at the end of Man of the House?
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
even know
The
what
one
Man
with
of the
Justin Taylor
House
Thomas.
is.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Just watched it.
What is the song?
You'll hear
Okay.
right now.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. You guys are cool.